What's going on, everyone? Back with another video. So I have a clip here from Pierre who posted this on his YouTube channel. There was a lot of people posting clips like this on Twitter, but the volume and the audio is really bad. So I was looking for some other clips to play because I wanted to kind of highlight some of that. So we have one here. It's called Local Issues National Champion. So this is about a minute and a half long of a mini speech he gave at the by-election debate. So we're going to have a look at this. Now, before we do, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help grow the channel, and I appreciate you so much for doing that. So let's have a look at this, and we'll talk about it after like usual.
And thank you to all the people of Battle River Crowfoot. I want to tell you it's been a privilege to get to know you better, and I have to say it's been a lot of fun. It's been great fun to be on the ranches and the farms, to be out at the rodeos and the bronc matches, and even to whirl around a little bit in Riley on the four-wheeler. I might still get a ticket at some point for that. But, my mission here is to give national leadership to the issues that are of local importance. For example, reversing that EV mandate to allow you to drive your truck, that is a local issue. And it will take national leadership to overturn it the way I overturned the carbon tax. Your right to protect and keep your firearms. That is a local issue if you're a hunter in Empress or Trochu or Consort. Cutting taxes, or for example, letting our farmers have zero capital gains when they reinvest the proceeds in our communities. That is a local issue. Reforming our prisons so that our guards down in Drumheller are safe. That's a local issue that requires national leadership. Fighting against the Chinese tariffs on our canola, that is a local issue. These local issues require strong national leadership, and it would be the privilege of my life to provide both the local representation and the national leadership to the community.
So, again, you see how well he speaks and how the people in this riding do like him. There's a lot of people complaining about Garnet Genius, who I guess had a organized bust to have people brought into the debate, but it's not like they were the only ones cheering for Pierre there. Okay, they brought the bus in full of people because he's got fans who want to see him speak. Now, overall, the debate was not that entertaining. There's 10 people who were there who were candidates. Michael Harris, he wasn't bad, but pretty much everyone else was a woke idiot, especially the NDP one who was telling people to check their privilege, and then when she got booed, she told the crowd to shush. No wonder the NDP just keeps crashing out and they can't get anything done. Then you have, Darcy Spady, the liberal guy here. You guys got no chance. Then a few other independents, Michael Harris, the libertarian. Again, I'm not a libertarian, but I agree with their foreign policies and whatnot. A little too much in terms of, or they don't like government basically at all. They want an even smaller government than Pierre Poilievre, which means you're not going to have, in my opinion, enough regulations, because you do have to have some in terms of safety codes for building houses. A libertarian, a lot of them kind of have this deal about self-governance, and I'm just not convinced that would work. I'm a populist. I think we should have regulations, but not overstepping government like the Liberal Party. I think we do have to have rules, and it should be governed and enforced, and we should have a group of people who can be trusted, which I think you'll have more of that with the Conservative Party than any other party we have, who make laws to help people to protect their citizens. But either way, Michael Harris is actually pretty good and makes a lot of sense sometimes. So, but that being said, Pierre Poilievre is clearly loved in Alberta, at least. Maybe not downtown Calgary or Edmonton or places like that. For the most part, Alberta is pretty conservative. Same with Saskatchewan. They love him out there. He's going to win the riding. A lot of people are trying to troll Pierre Poilievre, saying, Bonnie Critchley, she's actually going to win, and she was the most popular one, and she got booed multiple times. She's also the one who says that Pierre Poilievre's the angry guy from Ottawa, but yet she's all upset because the Conservatives... this by-election is going to cost $2 million, and she thinks the Conservatives should pay for it. Well, Bonnie, if you're upset about $2 million, you should be really upset with how much money Mark Carney is going to be spending, because it's going to be over $100 billion. So if you're worried about the spending, well, you should have a bigger problem with the Liberal government, which he apparently is not part of. And she just kind of didn't really say a whole lot. She's like, "Oh, what are we gonna have to do in February if Pierre Poilievre loses his leadership review? We're gonna have another by-election." It's very, very, very unlikely. I can't see how Pierre Poilievre would lose his leadership race, or his leadership review, rather. Yes, apparently there are some conservatives who don't like him. Well, the milquetoast ones probably don't. The ones who are basically liberal, like you'll say like Doug Ford, who I don't believe gets a vote in that, or say at all, because he's a provincial conservative, even though he's really a liberal, but I think he wants that job. So yeah, maybe, he probably wants Pierre Poilievre to lose the review, and they have to find a new leader, but it ain't going to be Doug Ford anyway. It would probably be Michael Barrett, Larry Brock, who all have similar views as Pierre Poilievre, and most top-end conservatives, like Pierre Poilievre, they're going to be voting to keep him in. I can't imagine him losing. You never know what's going to happen, but he's going to be the leader. He's going to be back in Parliament. And the next time we have question period, he's going to be grilling Mark Carney like crazy. As he should. Considering it looks like Mark Carney's elbows have been put on a milk carton, if you know what I mean. They've gone missing. Pierre's not going to let him get away with that. But either way, let me know what you guys think in the comment sections. Please don't be shy. I really enjoy engaging with you guys. That's gonna be it for this video. I'll be back shortly with a new one. Thanks for watching.